Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, God.
That's the way you treated me at work, too.
I started working with the judge roughly 8 years ago. We never had a lot of interaction beforehand. Worked for myself 24 years. So the change for me to go work for someone was going to be something different. I found out that the judge, if everything you heard here is to be true, talked to the judge about the judge. There's a bridge over in Indiana I'd like to go look at. He said, well, we'll go look at it. I said, you want to go? He said, no, you go on. I said, all right, I'll go look at it. So I look at the bridge and I'm telling him about it. And he said, well, let's do that. That'll help out the county, let's do that. So as you all know, in the years past, everything that I did was because of the judge. I talked to him many times, like people are saying, you don't know everything, you don't hear everything, but we would talk a lot. The answer always knew I could count on him. I like to tell this story. We were in a snowstorm. Had a truck broke down. Henry, he never called and said, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. It was just whatever you did, you did. And he called me up and he said, what do you need? And I said, Judge, we got a truck broke down on Hall Ridge Road. He said, all right, I'll go over. So the judge goes over, and it's snowing, the wind's blowing, air brakes are locked up, we can't get the truck. There he is, laying on the ground, underneath, fixing the truck. Gets the truck back in, and what does your judge do? Calls me up and he says, what do you need me to do now? So it was with that's the way he always did everything. A couple more stories, and Anthony, you're going to make me tell this. I wasn't going to tell this story, but I will. We were fighting a storm. Drifting was terrible. We couldn't hardly stay with it, and we had run all night long. The guys, we were out of time, and Henry called me up, and I believe Gary Veers was escorting him, and Henry said, I'm going to run the loader all night long. I'll try to keep the roads broke open that you all have. So I'd run all night, all that day. It was like 8 o'clock at night, and I was going to go home. Judge, he called me up. He said, where are you at? I said, well, can I go home? He said, you got to get over here. All right, what's wrong? So I go there, and here's the rubber tar loader, sideways in the road, and it's on ice, and it's stuck. And there's a bank 200 feet to the river below us. And Gary Veers is sitting there, and he's as white as the snow. And he wasn't even in the loader. Henry gets out, and he said, what are we going to do? I said, I'll get it. So I jump in the loader, and I started moving. I get it straightened out. Now you can imagine how that would scare you to death. Okay? So I said, Judge, I said, keep your loader bucket up, you're doing great. I said, just go on. I said, take it to the barn. But no, off the road they went and they were gone, and he ran clear up through the night, him and Gary, to make the difference for what me and my guys do. So I couldn't go home. I couldn't leave knowing that he's out there on the loader. Well, I'm kind of worried he's going to be next. So we run all night and all the next day. And I mean, I am ready to go home. You can imagine. Henry comes and he said, well, run the loader. Okay. So I'm at the barn. I'm getting ready to go. It's a judge. Hello. All right, I'll be there. He's on Turner Ridge Road. He's got the loader down over the bank. What I want you all to know, everything that you hear is very true. He's a tremendous person, tremendous leader, one heck of a worker. It didn't matter. A pole saw for hours, it didn't matter. Appreciate everything that you've done for this county, Judge. Thank you.